Hi, I'm Joannie Yeh, pediatrician and blogger at betamama.com. Welcome back to Beta Mama Book Break, where I read a book and share some insights on parenting through that book. So today I wanted to share Malala's Magic Pencil. So I was very excited when I saw this book in the library to share Malala's story with my kids. And so this is a story about when Malala was younger. She watched a TV show about a boy who used a magic pencil to draw out a solution whenever he was in trouble. So every day she would wish that she had a magic pencil so that she could draw things for her family. She could draw a dress for her mom. She could draw a soccer ball for her brothers because otherwise they just used a sock filled with trash and kicked that around to play soccer. But every morning when she opened her drawer looking for a magic pencil, it was empty. She was a little bit disappointed, but then one day there were a couple things that happened that made her think of the broader, question a few things that happened and kind of think about the broader world. So she went to go throw out trash one day and she saw some kids who were rummaging through the trash and looking for things. So she asked her dad. Her dad was very wise and she could always go to him to ask him questions. And she asked, why were the kids rummaging through the trash and how come she had never seen them before? They lived in the neighborhood. Why didn't they go to school with her? So her dad explained that not all kids are able to go to school. Some kids had to stay home and help with the family, to find jobs, do chores to help support the family because they're too poor to let the kids go to school or send them to school. And then she thought that she would use a magic pencil to draw a place where everyone could go to school, boys and girls. Then something else happened. She tried really hard to be the best student in her class. But then one day, there were men roaming the streets with powerful weapons, and they didn't like it that girls were going to school. But Malala kept going to school, and she noticed that one by one, her classmates stopped coming to school, and her classroom started to get emptier. And she thought, well, it's not enough to wish for a magic pencil anymore. Someone needed to speak out. Why not me? So she started writing her story. Little did she know that so many people around the world would want to read about her story and be interested and share her story. And even the TV was interested in her story, and she would tell her story so that other people would know, all around the world would know what was going on. And of course, we all know that tragedy struck, and then she was very, very sick for a while, but everyone around the world was supporting Malala. So she asks, do you still believe in magic? I do. So now she uses her magic to write and speak. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. So I really loved reading this story to my kids to show them how one girl made the world a better place and is still working really hard to make the world a better place. It also, I think, teaches my kids that they're really lucky that they get to go to school and they don't have to worry about their safety going to school and whether or not they can afford to go to school. And recently my kids were listening to the Magic Treehouse series about two kids who travel back in time on missions, Jack and Annie. And we were listening to how in ancient Greece, women weren't allowed to do much, and even at the Olympics, they weren't allowed to attend the Olympics, and that's why men would wear wigs and portray women in the theater because women weren't allowed to be actors. And so when we were listening to the story, my daughter asked, oh, is that ancient Greece like where Malala was from? Because girls couldn't go to school, and Malala's area of the world, girls weren't encouraged to go to school either. And so it was kind of neat to see her making those connections, to see that, you know, in other places of the world and during other times too, cultures were different. And so it's neat to have her, one, understand that, how to be grateful for what she has, and then two, to kind of see how, well, there's that greater need, that, you know, we have to work towards to make the world a more equitable place for everyone all over the world. And I hope that, you know, of course, I hope that instills, you know, that value in her to want to grow up, you know, thinking about how she can serve and what she can do to make the world a better place, just like Malala. So I hope you enjoy Malala's Magic Pencil, and I hope you find some really wonderful books at the library and enjoy some time reading books to your kids and talking to them about, you know, how it relates to their